let me get into the second campaign. And I like to call this one a lazy listing tour, meaning that, it makes it easy for people to go to experience a home because it's lazy. It's also a lazy listing tour because Gary was lazy, and this was an accident. Like I told Gary.
I love this part, Chris, because I love when we stumble on something on accident just because I was lazy, and you're like, tell the story of what happened. All right,
here. So this was hilarious. It's like Thursday or Friday. I'm like, Gary, that listing on Tath, we need some video for it. The ads aren't, it's just not getting a lot of traction. And I need some better quality assets to work with to promote it. And he was like, all right, I'll get the video guy. Jared.
I was going to get our videographer.
Yeah, he's like, on Saturday, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get some amazing stuff. And by Monday, you're going to have like exactly what you need to like get that listing marketed. And I was like, thank you, Gary. And so I'm sitting there Monday, and I was waiting for it. I was like, that's weird. He should have sent it by now. So I sent him a little message, and I was like, hey, how's that? Where's those videos for Tayath? And he was like, I got them right here. And so he messages them to me. And I'm like, oh, that came over really quickly. It must be really low resolution or something. I mean, it just went over through a little messaging file. And this is the video he sent me. Like, literally, this is the video that he sent me. And so I was like, what am I going to do with this crap, Gary? Like, I was like, all right. But here's the thing. I didn't have anything else to use. So I was like, I'll give it a shot, right? So I drop it in an ad. I start running it. And you'll see from the results from this thing. But amazingly enough, this had a tremendous impact in getting a whole heck of a lot more people checking out this listing and then finally getting this deal sold. Let's take a look at this video. I'm not going to play.
Do you have that one loaded up?
I do.
I don't see here again the technology. I had my earbuds. That's it. I had my phone, and I think I had a selfie stick, and that's all I had. I didn't have a videographer. I didn't have a $5,000 video camera. I just went with what I had because what you didn't say is I forgot to book our videographer, and I was like, oh, Chris is going to kill me. But it worked.
Here's the thing. I dropped it in, and surprisingly enough, it got results. Let's say I'm not going to play the whole video because I think it might be a couple minutes long, but let's watch at least a part of it so you guys can get a sense of what type of content are we putting into our advertisements? Are we putting into our ads? Let's take a look.
Hey there, this is Gary Kreth with Kreth Partners Real Estate here at Sotheby's International Realty. And we're taking a look at this house behind me. This is a beautiful home in Clarksville, which is an urban core neighborhood in Austin, Texas. This house right here was added onto and remodeled, $1.5 million. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about is the home next door that is coming on the market shortly. This home is an incredible opportunity to be able to do that with this. And instead of paying $1.5 million and giving somebody else the equity, this is your opportunity to be able to take an $825,000 home in Austin, Texas, downtown core, and turn it into the home of your dreams by simply investing about $500,000 and the opportunity of walking away with over $200,000 of built-in equity after the
And we're back. So you guys can see, I was like, Gary, go get me a really high quality production video. And that's what he produced for me. Now, interesting enough, apparently, I don't know if it was the way the sun was shining and it caught the glint of his hair, or I have no idea.
It was the shiny spot on my forehead.
For whatever reason, this particular thing did surprisingly well. I spent $1 a day, got this in front of just under 4,000 people to market this listing. Like, got it in front of, and I ended up letting it run for 98 days. That's how good it was at getting attraction and getting attention for this particular listing. And, one of the benefits of this specific ad and this type of ad is you might look at it and say, well, how do you benefit from marketing a listing? Well, it's really like, marketing real estate is one of my favorite things to do. Like, connecting us with real estate is so important as a real estate professional. And here's why. What we're trying to do is to make sure that everybody who is a potential customer of ours, a potential prospect of ours, a potential lead of ours, a potential recommendation or referral of ours, we need people through our sphere of influence, through our contacts and connections, and in the local markets that we serve, we need them to do this thing. We need them to be aware of us being in real estate. And here's what that means. It means that when they see us, they think of real estate. And when they think of real estate, they think of us, right? So here's what happens. Let's say somebody that you know is having a conversation with a friend, and that friend says, hey, we're thinking of moving. Oh yeah, you're gonna sell your home? Like if they're aware of us, the moment real estate was mentioned, bing, they'll think of Gary, right? Or conversely, they see you on Facebook and they immediately think of real estate. It's just something that they can't help. And so the way you achieve this is by connecting yourself with real estate in creative ways, like these videos that we're sharing with you, and just having that frequency and consistency of it being out there all the time. So whenever they go into Facebook, there's a chance they're going to see you and see you in action of doing your real estate stuff. And, you know, if you do it in an interesting way, right? It's, you know, checking out the wood from the Chicago Stock Exchange, seeing Gary walk around this house, like all of a sudden it is a memorable impression that they have, and you can't get a better impression for this little money. And when I talk about impression, I'm not talking about like how we use impression from an advertising standpoint. I'm talking about that personal, indelible impression that you make as a human from one human to another, because these are contexts and connections that we're putting this in front of. These are people who've already, you know, they already somehow know you, or they know of you, or they know somebody who knows you, right? That's how those contexts and connections produce those recommendations. And because of that, you can get so much more of that opportunity by doing something like this.